Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns!
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has the ball for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Looking for room, it's Russell. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Jackson gonna throw it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got the back in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The back goes in motion. Jackson will throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll leave it with him. Sweet cut there. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay game, offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Coming after it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. The ball is going to be downed at the 35. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Jackson going to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Texas 7, Arkansas 0.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The give to the tailback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
one-man miss.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Tackled after picking up the first down. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Takes a handoff. It's Payne. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Handoff to the single back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, you see this at all levels of football. It's the hardest play to stop. I think everybody's yelling in the stands, QB sneak, QB sneak. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but it's so difficult with all those guys, all those bodies to try to stop that quarterback.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Jackson will throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
The Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll run it from the gun. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll try it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On third down, going up top. Now improvising. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
It's a draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole. And
nothing but green ahead. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Texas offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
To the air, it's Owens. Looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. You can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Really nice job by the defense there, taking away all possible throws by the QB. There was simply nowhere for him to go with it there on 3rd down, so he had to throw it away.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Using his legs, it's Gibson. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Wants to throw on third down. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still running at the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Here we go.
Jackson will throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Let's go.
He wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Longhorns are marching down the field. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Get it out on the screen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
It didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on a screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide,
Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Jackson going to throw it. Trying to get to him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Gibson. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a